Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright guys, check it out. Behind me, right here on the side of me, I got a 2006 Kia Sorento. And what we're going to be doing today is replacing these wheel studs. Why? I don't know. I got nothing better to do. I need a video, but nah, let me stop. I'm about to show you in a minute. Coming up on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, here we are. As you can see, two of them stripped off. We had the tires done, put them down to the shop. And two of those stripped off. So we got three holding on. Yes, you can just probably replace the other two and call it a day, but you don't want to do that. The reason why you don't want to do that is because every time you get one off, you put a lot more stress on the others. So what we're going to do is just replace them all. Alright? Let's get this car jacked up and get ready to take this tire off. Alright? Be right back. Alright guys, first thing is first. Safety is number one. Now what you want to do here is jack up the vehicle right where I got it at. And as you can see, I got my jack stand located right there on the frame. And we're going to leave our jack there just as added security. Alright, let's get the rest of these lug nuts off. Now your lug nuts are held on by 21mm or 13/16 bolt nuts. Definitely try to use the 21, because using a 21, and I'm using a 21mm shallow half-inch drive, it goes up there and it fits nice and good. It'll take it off. A 13/16 will fit up there, but it'll fit tight, and a lot of times the lug nut will get stuck into the socket. All right. So we got 21mm, and I'm going to be using my Earthquake. Yeah, buddy. Half-inch drive air gun. And let's go here and get the rest of these off. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got the wheel turned all the way to the left because the next step we got to do is remove the caliper. Now your caliper is going to be held on by two. Check out how that pointed at. Two 14mm bolts. Now I'm going to be using a 14mm deep 3/8 drive with my 3/8 drive ratchet. Let's get those two bolts out and we'll be right back. Alright, we're ready to take our bolts out. But before we do that, we're going to get you some mechanics wire. This is about 15-20 inches long. And what you want to do is tie it up to one of the springs, one of the coil springs. Just like that. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's better. And then we're going to take out our bolts. Both bolts are the same length, so you don't have to worry about getting them crossed. Then you want to wiggle, take your caliper out of there. Do not let your caliper hang by this hose or you will damage it on the inside. Then you want to pick it up, fish the wire through part of it, or you can fish it through the bolt hole right there, and tie that up out of the way. This thing was leaking grease. Where the heck is this grease coming from? What the heck? Ugh. Dang it. Alright guys, now that we got that, let me move you to the side a little bit. Now, what we got is we got two bolts. This is right here is the brake, the caliper bracket right here. You got your slide pins right here, and these should move freely. Just like this one is. This one is not. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to loosen that up. But we got two bolts right here that we got to take off to take that bolt off. And let me see what size those. Nope. Yep. Okay, the 19 millimeter, or you can use a 3/4. And what I'm going to be using is my 19 millimeter 1/2 inch drive socket with my 1/2 inch drive, about an 1.5 inch extension. I'm gonna put it up there. As a matter of fact, you know what, guys? Better yet, what I'm gonna be using my wobble socket, and that way, when I set this socket on there, it can wobble a little bit because I can see this caliper might be in my way a little bit. Now you can use a 1/2 inch drive ratchet. I'm gonna be using my air gun. Let's get in. Dang it. Okay, 1, 2. Alright, let's see. Both bolts are the exact same length. And then you just take your caliper bracket and slide it right off. Let's put that to the side. And we'll be right back. Alright guys, now we got the wheel straightened. Get comfortable here. Now, this is where the situation comes in at. We got to remove our rotor. Now to remove our rotor, we got to take out these 2 Phillips screws. Now, what you're going to need is one of those impact screwdriver sets. And if you're a true DIYer, chances are you probably don't got one. I ain't got one right now. So we are going to be doing this the hard way. First of all, what you're going to need is a number 3 screwdriver. A number 3 tip, you're going to see on the screwdriver where it says number 3. Alright, now, being that we took the caliper off and the caliper bracket, this whole thing is going to spin. So what you want to do is get your pry bar, stick it between any of the studs, and it's going to turn and lock into place on the ground, against the ground, not like that. Alright, now, the next thing we're going to do is, let's see if we can loosen this. No, and they usually don't. But what I like about this set, this screwdriver set, it's got a hex bit. A lot of cheap screwdrivers, matter of fact, I got one around here. Here we go. See the screwdriver? It's got the metal shank, and in between, in here, the metal shank stops. So if I was to really grab onto this and anything with a pair of pliers and try to use this in there, chances are I'll probably break all this plastic stuff out of here. This one, we got a metal going all the way through. So I'm going to try this. Let's see what size this is. Okay, a 15 millimeter socket. And I'm going to be using my 3/8 ratchet. I'm going to see if this comes off. I'm afraid lied to me. They lied to me. Son of a biscuit, man. This thing ain't all the way through. I thought they said it was a straight metal shit. This is bull. Man, dang it. You know, I try not to put down Harbor Freight, but they are really getting on my nerve. Let's try this one here. Now this means we're gonna have to use a pair of vice grips to really grab this handle. And let's see here. No, that's not working. Oh man, this sucks. And being at this thing, let's try this. See, another thing we can do is shock treatment. We hit this. At the same time, trying to spin it with your hand. Let's hit that a little bit harder, man. That ain't working. Let's see here. That thing is starting to strip a little bit, and that's not good, man. That is not good. Son of a biscuit, man. Because of this cheesy thing, man. Dang it, because of this cheesy thing. Okay. Now, you're moving on to DEFCON 4. I ain't gonna get that thing out of there. I don't know. Yes, I do. Alright, guys. The next thing you're gonna do is get you a little chisel here. Now, let's set this up. I'm gonna show you exactly what to do with it. You don't really, guys, you do not have to reuse those screws at all. So once they're gone, that's gone. That's it. All right. So here we go. Yeah, buddy. All right. Get my little hammer. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to get right at that corner right there. Or if what I'm going to do is, how about if I can chisel away, make a little indentation in there first. And then I'm going to try to start turning it. Once you get them loose, that's it. That sucked. Okay. This is not gonna be fun. You know, I need to get down into there. I know you guys like, it ain't no doing that now. You down the rabbit hole now, dang it. I know y'all like, Tim is bad, man. I don't know how he be getting away with stuff like that. Wait a minute, didn't I just turned it? I just turned it. Man, I can't get into there. See, so that's what happens when I talk mess. Talk mess and don't do the job yet. Isn't it? Yeah, I tried. Hey. Can't blame me for trying. Let's get around here to the other side. Is tight all the way. What the heck? There we go. Yeah, buddy. Man, I am bad. Yeah, that's garbage. Alright, guys. Let's get our next one out, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys. Just to show you, here's the other one. The first one. And here's the second one. Again, these screws are not going back, so I'm not worried about it. Dang it, look at this mess right here. Alright, now your rotor is stuck. What do? Do not use a regular hammer. I'm going to be using a brass hammer. Don't use a steel hammer. And what you want to do is, let's get this over here. The side where we took the caliper off, we're going to do is just start tapping it, turn it, and it don't come off, of course. Oh man, these keys kill me, man. These keys kill me. All right, let's go get some PB Blaster and spray it around here. All right, we'll be right back. All right, got some PB Blaster. Spray it around there. Let's get in the back of that rotor again. sucked. Man, and as you can see, in the back of the rotor, there is no indentations or anything. That's why you want to use yourself the brass hammer, because the brass hammer will dent and mess up, and you don't really care about that anyway. Ah, this sucks, man. Look at this thing, man. But there's our studs. All right, now to make this easier, guys, let's turn this wheel all the way to the left so we can get a better angle and look at this. All right, be right back. All right, guys, we got it all the way to the left. Now, remember when you took off your caliper bracket right here? What the heck is wrong with this camera? Let's set this up over here. Okay, now when we took off our caliper bracket, it's right there. You're gonna have to make sure your studs is right at this point, because if you try to knock it out up here, it's gonna hit up against the backing plate. Let's get a little closer here. So what we're gonna do, show you one right here. We got this one lined up right about here. Now you could take a regular hammer. It doesn't matter, because you're gonna change them anyway. I'm gonna take my brass hammer, and what I'm gonna do, you just hit the side of this and knock it right out. If I hit it, just like that. Let me get over here. Just like that, guys. So turn it, line the next one up. And knock that one out. Alright? So let's get the other three out, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, you can see we got them all out. So now we're ready to install them. Then there's a few different methods of installing these. One, you can put the one back in here and try to hit it with a hammer and knock it in flush. Some people use an air chisel. Some people use a regular hand chisel. Some people actually use, they put it in there, then they put a big nut right here, and then they tighten up this, and it'll bring it in. That is another way. I should show you guys always, but I'm not gonna do that. Forget that. The method we're gonna use is we're gonna try to hit these in. Let me see, make sure I got a little angle here. And actually, that might not be a good idea, because I really can't get in there with a hammer or something to do that. So I might be using the other way. All right, let's go get our new ones, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, the first thing you want to do is grab your wheel stud. You want to match it up with one of the old ones. Okay, they look the same. Now I'm going to show you two methods of doing this, because I know a lot of guys don't have air chisel and all that and all. So we're going to be doing this the other way. Alright, first thing you want to do, get one of your holes lined up right about there, right? Take your new stud, install it. Put it in just like that. Take your little hammer, just tap it into place. Then you want to take you about a nut like this, or I like to use this right here from a muffler thing, and you want to put that onto there. You know what? I don't like this angle of that. Alright, then you want to take one of your old lug nuts, put it onto there. Then get your air gun, your 21mm socket, and you don't want to bear down. You don't want to just keep on turning and turning and try to get it flat, because as I said, you can damage the threads. So what you want to do here is take your hammer, and your hammer is going to be shocking this, helping this in. And you want to keep going till it's flat. Perfect. Loosen it up. Take it off. There you go. Look at that, guys. That is in perfect. Now, that does take a little time. Well, not with the air gun. But if you don't have an air gun, you use your cordless gun. Your cordless gun will work just fine. Now, the other way of doing this, let's just move along here. That's probably the safest way, guys. But let's go. Let's grab us another one. Oh, we got another stud here. Here we go. What you want to do is get your stud in there. Same method. Take your hammer. Beat that in some. Take your same washer. Put the nut up there. Put it on. Now, say if you don't have any air tools on. So what you would do, I should have a ratchet over here. What the heck? So what you would do now is take your ratchet. In fact, guys, let me go get me a ratchet. Be right back. All right, got my ratchet. Now, another thing I should have pointed out. What's happened? How can you get this thing to stop spinning? What you want to do is, now that we got that ain't going to work either. Dang it. What we're going to do is take a Phillips screwdriver or something. Stick it into there. That ain't going to work. Heck no. Forget that idea, guys. You're just in a little bit of trouble. Alright, so let's take our 21mm socket. Now ratchet. And what we're going to do, tighten that up. And now, let's see how I'm going to do this. Let's move this out of the way. Let's get right there. We're going to tighten this up. And actually, guys, I can't believe I'm actually doing this, bringing that in there. Tighten it up as much as I can. Look at it. See how it got loose? Tighten it up some more. And you just gotta keep on going. Now, once you get one stud in, then you can use your pry bar to go between there and hold that into place. Because when you just get one, your first one's gonna be sucky. This just goes to show you how important it is to use this. Now, as I said, a lot of guys just use the air gun on it and pull that through. How important it is to shock this thing, because it actually works. It actually brings that in there, and you don't have to be using so much force over here trying to drag that thing through. And I'm using my left hand, and I'm not left-handed. So it goes to show you this it ain't too bad to do. My, how time flies when you're having fun. keep going till I hit this in here and I can't tighten it up no more. And actually, I think that's it, because Yep, that's it. Okay, we go over here. Look at that. Flush right along with it. And by doing that, just like I said, you take a lot of stress off these threads. What the heck I'm doing? Alright guys, now you got two different methods. Let's get the rest of those in and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all the studs into place. The next thing we're going to do is put on our rotor. Nope, no we're not. Because as we're hitting this, notice what we did right there. Bent that backing plate a little bit. Make sure, go ahead and bend that back into place. Alright, then we're going to take our rotor. Now you don't have to, if you're going to, I mean you can put the screws back if you want, but you really don't have to, and you don't have to have them lined up to where they were before. And definitely guys, on this job, definitely use a brass hammer, because you can see all the markings right here, but it is not damaged in any kind of way, because all the damage was done to the hammer. So what we're going to do is go ahead, stick out, you know what guys, forget that. You know what we're going to do? Because this thing, we're going to get us a little wire brush here. That thing was hard to come off, so I don't want this thing to be hard to go on. So we can clean up around that hub a little bit. Clean off inside the drum, inside the rotor, and put that on. And you know what we're gonna do, just for added security, what we're gonna do, let's go get our brass hammer and we're gonna tap it on. But before we do that, let's go over here to our caliper bracket. And it is very important, that these sliders work. Because if these sliders do not work, one brake will wear faster than the other, and your whole brake system over here will be heated up. So, this is, yeah man, what the heck, this thing sucks. Let's go right here. Let's see if we can get right here. That's better. Alright, so what we're going to do here, this one is moving pretty good. Turn that right there. This one, however, is the stuck one. So what we're going to do, just, well, it don't matter. You can take those brake pads out of there. It don't matter. What you're going to do is take it, oh man, twist that thing. Take the boot off of it like that. And pull that out of there. Okay, now what we're going to do is take a wire brush, clean this up, let's get some WD-40 or something, carburetor cleaner, and let's clean it up, and we're going to spray it inside of there. Alright, be right back. Okay, got a little carburetor cleaner here. Clean that up. Spray it on the inside. Alright, now we're going to do the 007. You guys know what the 007 is. Get us some anti-seize. Get us a Q-tip. Put it up here. Let's get this out of the way. And then you want to lubricate the pin. And put it right back where it belongs. And look at that. Look how smooth that moves now. That is great. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, what I'm going to do is pop this one out. And this one, you notice there was a rubber boot on that one. This one won't have it. So this one's going to be a lot easier to do. Okay. Get a little anti-seize. Just a little. You don't have to put a lot up there. Make them pins slide like they're supposed to. Put that up there. Perfect. Now, putting your brake pad back into place. I mean, you can do it now, or you can do it when it's on the vehicle. And you can see they're just easy how they set right inside the slots. Go this one, set inside there. And it's ready to go on. So take my gloves off, change my gloves, and then we're going to get this on. Be right back. Alright guys, we're over here, back over here in front of the rotor. What I'm going to do now is take my brass hammer. Make sure, because we had a hard time getting that off. So I want to make sure that thing is back there. Good. Alright, let's switch over to the other side here. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our two, we're going to grab our two 19mm bolts. And here's your mounting holes in the spindle that's going to hold that caliper bracket on. So both bolts are going to go right through there just like that. So, let's take our caliper bracket with the pads already on it. Slide it over. And go there till you can get one of them started. And then you want to get the other one started. You definitely want to turn it in by a couple threads. That way you know it's not being cross-threaded. Bring them in by hand. And at this point, what you can do is take your brake pads, bring them close in. Now to tighten them up, get your 19mm shallow 3/8 half-inch drive with your half-inch drive ratchet. Now you know I took them off. I used an air gun, but I'm going to use my half-inch drive ratchet. Now to tighten these up, what you want to do? You know what it is, guys. Go till it stops, and a little bit more. That's it. Now that go till it stops and a little bit more. That all depends. Well, yeah, all depends on the thickness of the bolt. Now this one, there's a lot of stop and then a little bit more. On 10mm bolts, you know it's not that much. So go till it stops. And, that's a little bit more. That's it. All right, let's get ready to get our caliper down there. Be right back. All right, guys, ready to put our caliper on now. Now, we're going to grab our two 14mm. Did I say 15mm at the beginning of this video? I think I did. 14mm bolts. Let's unhook our caliper. Okay, make sure you don't twist it where you're going to twist this hose, because you'll stop fluid from coming through here, and then when you step on the brakes, you're going to be pulling to the right. So, let's get this caliper over here. Let's make sure our pins are pushed back. Okay. Let's get our bolts started. Remember, put them in by a couple threads, and that way you know it's not being cross-threaded as you're putting them in when you go to tighten them up. Alright, got the second one down here. And you at the same time, you gotta like wiggle the caliper back and forth. Alright, great. Same method, guys, let's tighten them up. Let's grab our 14mm deep, 3/8 drive. I could have sworn I used a 15 in the beginning. What the heck was wrong with me? I don't know. But, alright, let's do the bottom one. You want to go ahead till it stops, and a little bit more. That's it. Now sometimes you might turn it, and this nut right here, this bolt right here, the end of this pin will turn. What you want to do is just grab you a pair of pliers or vice grips and hold it in place. It is not going to take a lot. All right, let's get our bottom one done, top one done. Perfect. This is coming out great. All right, let's get our tools out of here. Let's get our mechanics wire from hanging up on the top. Okay, we're gonna straighten the wheel out and get our tire put back on. We'll be right back. All right, guys, this job would not be complete without new lugs. Definitely get you some new lugs. Now, you said, why Tim showing us how to put a tire on? I already know how to put a tire on. No, you don't. You don't know how to do it the right way. All right, guys, when you tighten up these tires, you gotta tighten them up in a crossway pattern, especially one like this, because all that rust and stuff, how hard it was to come off. If you tighten it up in a circle going around, there's a good chance you're going to put this thing on crooked, and when you're going down the road, this car will start wobbling. So, what do I mean by a crossway pattern? Okay, we got them done now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our gun. That lighting sucks. Let's switch over to this side. Alright, so we're going to take our gun. What we're going to do, we're going to just bring this one in. Just a little. And cross over. Notice how I'm keep crossing. And you notice each time I'm doing it, that wheel is moving in. Now I can feel it tighten up. Because if you don't do that, again, you're going to put it on crooked and this car will wobble going down the street. And then you're wondering what the heck happened. Then you want to email me. You said, Tim, I did like you said, and now the car's wobbling. This is some bad instructions you gave me. No, I'm not going to give you the opportunity to do that. But this job came out great. Look at that, guys. Brand new lugs and studs. Yeah, buddy. We are in. All right, guys. We'll be right back. Alright guys, there you have it. How to change the front wheel studs on a 2006 Kia Sorento. This is the LX. Doubt if it matters. And it probably covers for a lot of years of this vehicle anyway. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions, be sure to put them in the comment section below. Or you can email me direct. And stop calling. Email me. To Tim at AstroAutoRepairs.com. Guys, girls, this is Timmy from Astro Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.